things were looking really bleak. I would say it was really drastic. Not quite Armageddon, but it was bad. I didn't realise until I came in that the scale of the job, the size of the amount of things you have to do to run a sort of semi-pro football club. People turn up every second Saturday for a couple of hours and watch a game and enjoy themselves and go home. And I did that for 25 years, but it was drastic enough to move me to come off the terrace and join the committee. You know, I don't think it's too drastic to say we were one tweet away from extinction, because I took over the club's Twitter last season and really enjoyed that and thought I was really contributing to the club in a massive way. It was only when I joined the committee I realised that was a drop in the ocean, but the significance I don't think can be underplayed, because I used to speak to the manager quite regularly, Alan Kelly, and Alan took over at the start of last season, and he was performing a dual role as kind of manager, secretary, anything else. And then we had Tam Drew, who's president of the club, who also performs, you know, duties if the groundsman David Scanlon's on holiday, then Tam will come and cut the grass, he'll line the pitch, he'll fertilise it, he'll put seed in it, he does a million and one things. But these two guys were virtually running the club on their own, and it was really affecting results on the pitch, because Alan was probably taking his eye off the ball and doing a lot of other things. So Alan and Tam both spoke to me, coincidentally, separately, but they had the same message. You know, unless we can get help in, then we can't continue to do it, because it's taking a real toll on our personal lives and our health. So I thought they were kind of exaggerating a wee bit, but it soon became clear that they weren't when I sat down with Alan and we sort of defined how many roles there were at the club. So I put a tweet out saying, you know, the club's been going for 135 years. We've been at Lochburn since I think 1897. Unless the local community rally around, whether you're a football supporter or not, you know, because there's a lot of non-football roles at the club. Unless the community rally around, then we won't have a club, and I'll just go to bed like a lot of other clubs that I've went in the past. I would say social media has played a real pivotal role in saving Maryhill. It's okay having people operating it, but unless you've got, how did people get the word out there before Twitter? You know, it's phenomenal. It was mostly through Twitter and the Glasgow West End Today, Daily Record got involved because I worked here for a while, and Evening Times. But it was all online, everything was online, and all these people got in touch with me through all these different various mediums. They all emailed me, phoned me, and all of a sudden we had virtually a new committee in place. Now, go back 10, 15, 20 years, and that, I suppose it would have had to have happened in a pub maybe or something, or just word of mouth asking people, but it's so much easier on social media. It was such a help.
My position at Maryhill FC is treasurer, and that came about when I saw Jeff's article in the paper about Maryhill needing volunteers. So I emailed him and said that I was studying business, if that was any use, and what role that he might want me to fill. So he'd asked if I'd considered being treasurer, and it wasn't something I'd considered. But at the meeting a week or two later, they didn't have anyone else to do the job, so I took up the role as treasurer. I became a volunteer at Maryhill because it was something I enjoyed doing, enjoyed volunteering, and I'd always wanted to get involved in a football club. I'd wanted to come along and watch, but nobody would come and watch the games with me, so I felt that I could do my bit by volunteering. I thought that might help the club, especially when it was looking that it might not survive.
Maryhill can't function without volunteers. We can't pay them. They pay the players a small amount of expenses, but everybody else at the club is a volunteer. Some people do a bit more than others. Some people have got a wee bit more time to do more than others. But without volunteers, there would be no Maryhill Football Club, because we need people to come and give up their spare time. You know, some of the guys are working, so they get a wee bit less time. Some people are retired. Anybody that can help us. We've got people that don't even come to the games that help out, that just do it all through, you know, their computers and the phone and stuff. So that's a big help as well. So I would say no volunteers, no Maryhill Football Club.
I was, from what I heard things through the grapevine, and I was concerned about the future. I would have missed him quite greatly. I supported him as a boy. My father took me as a boy, and I've been supporting him since the late 60s.
I would say our future's looking a lot brighter than it was. It's by no means out of the woods. You know, we're still trying to define certain people's roles within the club, and the next meeting we have will be quite important because, you know, a lot of people will then be asked to step up a wee bit and take on a role. You know what? First and foremost, we needed a secretary, we needed a treasurer, these things to perform our duties as a club. But now we need to do a lot more. We need to have people that can look after the ground and do the maintenance. People that can help with fundraising. You know, people have come on board and asked if they can be a scout for the club. But the social media again, has been great in that respect. On the playing side, non-playing side, I honestly think the future's really rosy. I think it is, and I think once everybody knows, you know, everybody gets a clearly defined job at the club, I think we'll really go from strength to strength. This is a real. I think it's a family friendly club is a cliche that gets thrown about, but I think we are, and I think one thing we want to do is we want to get involved in the local community. We've got involved with a local charity called Homestart, Glasgow North, and we had a lot of the guys up at the recent match against Patrick Thistle Legends. We're going to hand them over this week 6 season tickets that their service users can use on a regular basis. And if there's any more charities out there even that want to get involved, we're always willing to work with people. And the local community, in effect, by coming to Lochburn, are helping themselves because they're helping people round about them, because the more people that we get through the gate, the more we can help out in the local community ourselves, and I think it's a bit of it's a win-win situation all round.
And here we go again.